Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, I always keep my Dunkin' Donuts coffee lingering somewhere in the background. I'm just now getting off from work, home now. I felt the need to bring a few items home with me because basically I was kind of tied up early in the shop. I really didn't have time to discuss it and talk about the matter. But as you can see, first we're going to get into what is laying on the table. Um, this first ratchet that you see here with the standard handle is actually a 3/8 multi-position, 3/8 drive, snap-on ratchet. And basically what you're looking at here is the 3/8 locking flex head. Then back here, what you can see is that new uh, 3/8 drive bent handle, and in the back, what you see is a 18-inch half-inch drive lock and flex head. Basically, the reason why I have these particular ratchets on the table is because lately I've basically been discussing, and I'm quite sure people been seeing me ranting about why is it that tool brands have not designed a lock and flex head bent handle ratchet. Um, but not just to say the bent handle ratchet, but also the multi-position ratchet, because the multi-position swivels from side to side, from left to right, at certain degrees angles. But we're gonna get a little bit into this right now, because I've got some comments in some of the videos as far as, well, since they don't make a lock and flex head bend handle, why don't I make one? Okay, so now this is the situation here, right? The 3/8 bend handle comes in a 3/8 drive, right? Now, if I was basically trying to create a custom lock and flex head bent handle in Snap-on, its 3/8 drive lock and flex head ratchet is only but basically so long. So therefore, even if you were to basically put it in a vise or put a pipe on it and bend it into that bent handle shape, there wouldn't be enough leverage. You understand? So now you have the half inch, which is an 18 inch, which actually has the leverage, but then the bend handle is not needed in a half-inch drive. Okay? There is a 3/8 longer flex head that's 18 inch. It's either 18 or 19 inches, I believe. I have it. I just didn't bring it along with me. But the problem with that is that it do not come in locking. It only comes in regular, normal, standard flex head. Okay, so you can't modify the handle unless basically you have the proper leverage and it's long enough. So this is why I've been kind of ranting and kind of complaining. Why is it that we have all of these different tool brands that make all of these different type ratchets, but not one tool brand has decided um, to establish in making a lock and flex head bent handle ratchet. Now, not just to say the bent handle, like I said, there was a reason why I basically brought the multi position out also, as you can see. Okay, so you know that it swivels from left to right and from right to left. What if this multi position also was a locking flex head, even with its multi position locking mechanism here? Okay, and if the handle was slightly a little bit longer, and what type of applications it could be used for. Now, some people don't really find use for the multi-position, but I think that they don't find use for the multi-position due to the fact of what type of work they do. I work on many different make vehicles daily. I don't work on the same vehicle. Some days, honestly, I get stuck with doing nothing but BMWs. Some days I get stuck with doing nothing but F-150 trucks. Some days I get stuck with Audis. Some days I get stuck with all different make model vehicles. It all depends upon the job and the applications at hand. It's starting to get a little dark while I'm recording, but basically, I just wanted to basically get into that a little bit, and for what reason, why, it's just not as easy as it seems, or to say, to just make a custom um, lock and bent handle ratchet in 3/8 drive, because we don't have 3/8 drive lock and flex heads, but only so long. Okay, so that's just going to be the little review right there, because basically it's getting dark, and as you can see, it's hard to image. As I'm actually recording, it just keeps getting darker and darker. So until next time, check you later. Peace.